Alan Sundo. I'm the Global FA Leader of LTW. Hey, before today, are you familiar with Amphenol LTW? If not, let me give you a quick introduction. Founded in 1993, Amphenol LTW has over 30 years of experience in connector design and manufacturing and holds 300 patents worldwide. As our reputation has grown, we have expanded in several facilities, such as in Taiwan, China, Mexico, and plan to expand in other regions, living with our commitment. Where our customers are, we are there. In addition to ISO 14001 and ISO 9001, we are also part of IATF 16949. Our laboratory is the first connector manufacturer lab in Taiwan to be certified with UL Witness Test Data Program. With ULWTDP facility, you can certify your connector, or we can verify the connector, such as UL1977 and 2238. Our lab is also certified under Taiwan Accreditation Foundation Lab as a testing laboratory. Importantly, we have our own mold department capable of manufacturing and designing molds. To further ensure quality and to improve efficiency, we have implemented semi-automated and automated production line for many years now. Would you like to visit our factory? You'll be welcome to do so. For over 30 years, our product line now encompasses 27 categories, such as, first, we offer a complete range of M-Series circular connector solutions. Second, our circular connectors comes from different locking methods and materials. And lastly, we offer a wide range of I/O connectors such as RJ45, USB, and more. We also serve different markets such as marine, industrial automations, and heavy equipment. At Amphenol LTW, you are in a one-stop shop for all your applications. All right, are you ready for today's seminar? Believe me, it's going to be interesting. If you have some questions after the meeting, please feel free to drop by on our website. Thank you.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our seminar for today. And we are really going to dive into one of the most coolest innovations. So literally cool because we are talking about the liquid cooling technology. And my name is Eunice, and I will be one of your speakers for today, together with Alan. Hi, Alan.
Hi, Eunice.
Yes, so
Good afternoon, everyone.
yeah, Alan is the one who you saw in the video earlier, so I don't think he needs to introduce more about himself. And just in case you weren't able to watch the whole video, we will just have a brief summary of ALTW. So we have over 30 years of connector expertise, and we produce in 3 locations such as Taipei, China, and also Mexico, and even more in the future. So we have the capability to create our own mold as well as our own CNC lab. That's why most of our products are really customized, and we can find or make the most applicable solution to each and every customer. So again, we mentioned that we are going to talk about liquid cooling. So as data centers and AI systems get more powerful and faster, the need for cooling them has never been this important. So we have a lot of innovations such as AI, Internet of Things, 5G, and Industry 4.0. So there has been a problem of overheating, and although the practice has been in the 1990s, there have been some modifications or upgrades in the technology already. So from the IT server cooling application, cold plate cooling application, up to what we are going to introduce now, which is the liquid cooling.
Yeah,
So-
I would like to add on that regarding the liquid cooling, because for now, there's also an ongoing OCP summit here in San Jose. And based on the discussion, the power requirements is really increasing. Like it's going to go way beyond 1 gigawatt per data center. So it's really need to cool down this whole system. and we can only achieve using liquid cooling or immersion cooling.
Yes, thank you for that, Alan. And for this seminar, we're not just going to focus on the liquid cooling, but also our modular input and output solution, which can be used for the electrical side of the data centers. So first, let's deep dive into our SnapQD series, which is a smart push-to-connect solution that makes cooling simple, safe, and seamless. So let me introduce you first about the different applications example. So these two actually shows the one-phase and two-phase immersion cooling, which we can utilize the modular I/O solution that we will talk more about later. What we will focus first is on the liquid cooling side. So SnapQD, we have our SnapQD series we call SQD and SQDB. The only difference between the two is that um, SnapQDB is a blind mating solution. So the other one is just a normal mating, and the other one you can use it for blind mating.
Yes, so for the UQD, this one is mainly used from the control unit for the coolant distribution unit. And then for the UQDB is for the server rack to server rack interconnect. So it really requires blind mating because you cannot see the back of this server rack. Once you install this product, there's no way to do a visual check, and you just rely on the mechanical feature of this product. That's why it's designed this way. So these two are designed, or it's meant for different application. So this one is going to the external, the UQD, and UQDB is for the internal connection between servers.
So here we show the features of our SQD series. So our SQD is actually part of the OCP, which means we follow the standard UQD interface. So what we made to our series is it's more in terms of haptics and also ergonomics. We made it easier for the consumer or the customer to do it. So we have a larger handle, which makes it easy for the operator. And also there are non-slip design. You can see the ridges here. And then bump design for easy handwork. And also the interface here, the connection type, it's highly customizable. So in case you're already utilizing a different one or a customer requires something that is not the same as what we have, it's easily customizable. And also we have,
sorry.
Oh yes, we have it in blue and red, so we can clearly identify what is for input and output.
Yeah, in addition to that, so what we did is just the ergonomics, or how the user hold or utilize this product. Let's say you're going to interconnect this with other manufacturer. You can directly intermate this because, as Eunice mentioned, it follows with the OCP standard. So everything internal with this component is the same as other manufacturer, but for the material, for the how you utilize the product, it's totally different from what other manufacturers did. So in order to differentiate our solution, we created these features here for ease of use as well as the ruggedness of the product.
Right. So here we see what are the materials we have used for our SQD and SQDB series. So you will see that the seal material that we use is EPDM, which is actually the most compatible with all of the coolants that are already out there. So if you see EG25, PG25, they're all compatible with EPDM. Plus our SQD can have 5,000 mating cycles, and as well as can withstand minus 40 to 120 degrees Celsius, and the maximum operating pressure of 20 bar.
Yeah, and also if there are other requirements, or there are other coolants that is not compatible with EPDM, you can let us know, and we will create a seal that will be compatible with that particular liquid or coolant that the data center is using. And also for the material, if you need high corrosion resistant metal, we can also change it with high grade stainless steel. Yeah.
Right. And here we show the difference in terms of dimensions for the plug and socket of our SQD series. So we have different product sizes, and it's indicated on the two numbers after SQD. So there's O2, O4 up to O8. And the only difference is the dimensions or the size, because the bigger the inner dimension is, the more flow rate that the SQD can withstand.
Yeah, and also as you notice on the threading, there are two values. One is the UNF, and the other one is the British standard for threading. But whatever options that you may use, all of these are complying with the OCP standard. So you can also let us know what are the threading that you prefer, and we will provide you with the right part number of the particular item.
Mhm. Okay. And here we just show what's the difference in terms of sizes, how the flow rate is moving against to the pressure drop. So we see here that the bigger the product is, or the bigger the size is, the more stable it is for the flow rate.
Yeah, so this one is just illustrating the different sizes or different internal diameter of the component and what is the flow rate relative to that size. So it's quite obvious that the bigger the product, the less pressure needed in order to propagate certain amount of volume, or the volume per minute. So in this case, the SQD-08, which is the biggest product, is able to transmit or propagate a fluid, which around 75 liters per minute. Yeah.
And here we compare our SQD series with the other brands out there. So if you can see here, ALTW's SQD actually perform a more stable flow rate as compared to the other brands. So yeah, it manages to maintain a pressure drop minus 20 kilopascals with the higher flow rate.
Yeah, so this one is just a comparison with other manufacturer or the brand for SQD. So for our product, the main reason for this is the internal construction, or how the um, part is made. So there's less resistance of the fluid compared to other manufacturers. So if you notice that there's almost 2 liter gap at the similar pressure of 20 kilopascal.
And then here we showcase how the SQDs are being utilized inside the server racks. So we have here a single unit rack and even a 4-unit rack, which utilizes our SQD.
Yes, so the 1U here, 1U, 4U, or 2U are just the rack unit. So in case you don't know what's the rack unit is, that's the standard rack dimension that is defined by OCP. So currently it's around 45 millimeter, or around 1.75 inch. So that is the one rack unit. And either way, whatever the rack unit size is, our product is able to fit in, because the size of these components are designed that it can fit with these dimensions.
All right. So now that we have explained our product, we would like to recap it in a short video. Let's try to play.
I think there's no sound, Eunice.
Amphenol LTW is a proud OCP solution provider. Our SnapQD connectors are listed on the Open Compute Marketplace, offering reliable, jerk-free quick disconnects for high-performance liquid cooling connectivity. SnapQD Liquid Cooling Connector. Engineered for user-friendly operation and superior durability, the snapped connector features laser UQD type and date code AL, premium plating, blue and red, large handle length to operation, desk flat non-slip design, bump design for easy handwork, customized connection type available. The SnapQD ensures unparalleled performance in cold plate cooling with flat face valves, push-to-connect design, high flow, no spillage, and compliance with OCP UQD standards. SnapQD BSPP Connector. A robust quick disconnect solution designed for liquid cooling in data centers and industrial systems. The SnapQD BRPP connector features for secure and leak-free integration with manifolds and cooling loops, enabling efficient thermal management in high-density systems. SnapQDB Blind Mating Connector. Designed for blind mating behind blades, the SnapQDB is ideal for tight, hard-to-reach spaces like server racks. It offers ultra-reliable, jerkless quick disconnects that protect electronics and ensure long-term, secure connections.
All right, I hope the video helped you get a more clear picture or bigger picture of our SnapQD solution. And as I mentioned earlier, we are going to talk about two solutions in this seminar. So we're done with the liquid cooling part. Now we will go to the electrical part, which is our modular INO solutions. So actually, the modular INO solutions, these are just standard input-output connectors that we have out there. But some of our customers really have a need to do a leak-proof or waterproof solution. So what we do is that we have a modular panel that you can change whatever interface you want, whether it's RJ45, D-sub, HDMI, and such. And what we do is we put it in the panel, and then it completely seals the product into IP68.
Yeah, so for this data connectors, the main reason is most of the data center or those servers require feedback or a monitoring system in order to track down what's the status of the data, or need to consolidate the sensor output, like the heat generation per server. And these connectors are needed in order also for the communication system. So whatever the requirements, since we have a wide range of product like D-sub, RJ45, and USB, we can definitely provide you with any solution within this modular system. So it's highly customizable depending on what the need for IO product.
Yes, and here we just show what are the standard sizes that we have. We have a single rack and two rack option, and all of this, again, it's modular solution. We can put whatever interface or connector you or your customer requires. So as long as it's within the dimensions we set for the standard, then it's completely customizable for us.
Yeah, so for this, it's based, as we mentioned a while ago, that it's defined, or it's based on the rack unit. So we have this one unit or one rack unit and two rack unit dimensions. And whatever the requirements or whatever connector that you want to install with this panel, we can fit in as long as it will not exceed with this available space.
And then here shows the different I/O connectors that can be utilized in the modular solution. So we're not just limited to these. If there's any other connectors within our standard product line or even some form of modification, then we are open to analyzing and proposing the solution that fits well with the customer's need.
Yeah, and also in addition to that, aside from the I/O products, as you notice on the image on the right, the connectors, I mean, the leftmost connector within that panel is a power connector. So it's not only constrained with an I/O product, but since each of these racks or rack group of racks are requiring low power to power up, then we can provide you with a specific low power connector, let's say 30 amps or 60 amps, other than the 100 or 1400 amps that is used for the whole data center. So for the distribution unit, we have a lot of options, not only for I/O, but also for the power system.
And here it just shows some of the success stories that have already implemented the solutions that we have just shown. So for example, a coolant pressure sensor, we can use the SQD for the leak-proof connectors, as well as the IOs for the signal and power control system, such as M-series, circular connector, and such seen here.
Yeah, so this one is the one of our success story in the CDU, or the coolant distribution unit. Yeah, so these are the products that go in parallel with the liquid cooling connector or the fluid connector, together with the data or the electrical products.
Another one is this sensor cooling system, which utilizes multiple port RJ45. So yeah, it's same as the 2U or 2 rack unit, and then they just utilize a bunch of RJ45 plugs.
Yeah, and in the previous image, it uses HDMI or USB, but here it's mainly uses all RJ45 jack. So these, I mean, yeah, jack, but these jacks are unmated waterproof. So though it mates with a regular plug, but since this product is totally sealed, then there's no leakage from the fluid from going to the external source or external or the ambient. Yeah.
Yes. And another one is this GPU server. As you can see, it utilize several kinds and different connectors in just one single rack unit. And then if you see on the other end, we can even customize whatever connector or housing that your customer or you need.
Yeah, and here it's a combination between I/O and also the power. So as you notice that there are X-Lock products on the right, and these X-Locks are used for small power distribution within the device.
Another one is for drop ceiling water leak detectors. So here we utilize a double-ended M12. So we mentioned in the video that we have a wide range of M series, and this is just one of the successful applications we use it for.
Yeah, and also aside from the M series or the regular M series, we also provide a different type of material. So if there's a specific need that requires high corrosion resistant, because some coolants might react with a typical nickel alloy or zinc alloy, then if you have requirement like stainless steel or high grade stainless steel, we can definitely change the metal components of this M12.
Right. So our products are widely available in our authorized distributors, which are shown on the screen. And if you have any questions, the chat box is open. Feel free to let us know, and we will do our best to answer it. So Alan,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're open for Q&A. So if you have some questions regarding the product or
Yes.
other, just let us know.
Don't be shy to ask questions. I know most of you probably are thinking, is our product intermatable with other brands of UQD? So maybe we can start by explaining that. Alan, let me show this.
Yes, so we have one question. When will the product literature be available? So it's already available. We can share it to you, or you can download in our website. And yeah, we can provide it. So that one already includes all the products that we are offering within the data center. So from the liquid cooling, SQD, SQDB, and also for the IO products. Yeah, sure, we will share it to you. All right, thanks, Rick, for the question. Any other question? So from Steve, oh, there's a Q&A. Let me check the Q&A box. So regarding the SnapQD, you mentioned you have 4 sizes. How to quickly select the correct size and spec? Regarding this one, depending on the flow rate that you need, and also for the available space that is needed, or the available space within that server rack, you can choose either the smallest one or the big one. But if you're not sure which item you have to choose, just let us know and we will provide you with the correct or the right product. But mostly these options can fit in within one rack unit, the smallest component, but that will depend on the flow rate that you need. Maybe you need a very high flow rate within that server, because it also depends on the size of the component or the amount of liquid that you need to pass through. So yeah, just let us know if you want to know more, or you want us to provide the exact equivalent or product. And another question is, in addition to IT applications, are there any other applications for SnapQD products? Yeah, actually for SnapQD is not only constrained with a data center, because as we know that these products are meant for transferring fluid from one source to the other or within the system. This can also be used in other applications. Actually, we have an inquiry for marine that if they can use this to connect the liquid within that in marina, and the answer for that is yes, you can do it. But depending on the fluid that you want to pass through, as we mentioned, we need to check, because maybe the seal is not chemical, or it's not compatible with or there's like no chemical compatibility between the liquid that is being transmitted with the current material that we use, because that will degrade the component. So just let us know what is the alternative, or what is the fluid that needs to be discharged or passed through. Then we will evaluate it and let you know if the product can be directly used. So is there any other question or any questions? So we have I arrived late from Mike. Is there a recording of this? Yeah, we will send you a copy for the recording of this webinar. So any other questions?
And then there's some question in Chalu.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me check. From Dale? Is the connector plating or shell material corrosion resistant in dielectric oil, and which immersion fluids have been? So for the fluids, the one we presented, can you go back for the fluid? I mean the
that is here.
Yeah, so these are the fluids that I mean that were evaluated. So from the pure water with this coolant, the EG25, PG25, and also the other, except for oil. So for the EPDM, it will not it's not compatible with oil. So if oil is the fluid that needs to pass through, then we need to change it with other seal like NBR or maybe Viton or those kind of product that is oil resistant. And yeah, it's the connector plating. Yeah, so yeah, the shell of these are corrosion resistant. So it's made of stainless steel. And this stainless steel is a high grade, or looks like the mid range between the highest grade. But if you want us to provide you with the highest grade that can reach up to 3,000 hour corrosion or salt spray resistant, we can change it. But the price point will also change, yeah, depending on that. But in most cases, in most situations, this product is already suitable in most of the fluid within the data center. Regarding the have you performed long-term chemical soak test or swelling measurement with which target? For the long-term, there's an ongoing test that we are performing. So since these products are meant for continuous immersion, so for the particular coolant that we use in the dielectric fluid that we use, so far there's no swelling on the seal, but we aim that to evaluate within a certain time frame and keep on checking what is the minimum time for failure. So for now, we already do a continuous immersion, but we haven't encountered yet an issue with the one that is soaked for the immersion cooling. All right, you're welcome, Dale. Any other questions? All right, I think there's no more questions. All right, so if no more questions, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we will send you the recording, a copy of this recording, and also for the literature of the liquid cooling solutions that we have.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.